There is a term in UFO literature called the Oz factor. That moment when time stops, sounds cease, and nature holds its breath. That was the first thing the children felt when they went to the edge of the playground, that forbidden bush area. Silence. The birds had fallen silent. The insects had fallen silent. And then they saw them. Silvery discs floating above the trees. One child described it as the sun coming down to earth. But this sun was not warming, it was freezing. When the car landed, something came out of it. The children's descriptions were so consistent that they startled even the most skeptical researchers. A short, black, tight-fitting being. But what was truly frightening was his gait. It wasn't working. It appeared and disappeared, as if it had become detached from reality. The kids called it jumping, but it was a movement disorder that violated the laws of physics. It was as if that being was unable to adapt to our time dimension. And then those eyes. Pit black, deep, like bottomless wells. When African children looked at him, they thought they saw the Tokoloshi, the man-eating demon of their legends. European children, on the other hand, were experiencing a modern horror movie. Those eyes were not looking at the children, they were looking into the children. To their souls. The lips did not move. The vocal cords did not vibrate. But a voice echoed simultaneously in the minds of the 62 children present that day. This wasn't a conversation. It was a raw transfer of information. The children suddenly began to see terrifying images in their minds. Burning trees. People who can't breathe. A technology that collapses. The message was clear and relentless. Your technology is killing the world. You are betraying nature. And you have very little time left. Think about it. To load visions of the end of the world into the mind of an 8-9-year-old child. Was this a contact or an attack? When the world heard about this incident, it was expectedly ridiculed. They called it mass hysteria. They said, child's mind. Until that man came. Dr. John Mack, chairman of the Department of Psychiatry at Harvard University. A Pulitzer Prize-winning genius. When Mack came to Zimbabwe, his intention was to burst this bubble. He trusted his scientific methods. He questioned the children one by one, isolating them from each other. He tried to deceive them and looked for their loopholes. But after each meeting, Mack's expression changed. One girl looked Mack in the eye and said, "They told us they'd come back, because we're failing to protect the world." Dr. Mack uttered the sentence that would end his career. These kids aren't lying. These kids are not psychotic. These children encountered something beyond our perception of reality. Harvard turned its back on him, his colleagues ridiculed him. But he chose to believe the children's tears. Exactly 30 years have passed. Those children have grown up. Some became lawyers, some doctors, some engineers. They were scattered all over the world. Maybe it would have been easiest for them to just say, yeah, we were kids, we made it up, and drop the subject. They could deny it so as not to live their adult lives with this stigma. But they didn't. When they appear before the cameras today, you can still see the fear in their eyes from that Friday morning in 1994. They say, we saw it. They were there and they warned us. Perhaps the biggest mystery in the Ariel School incident isn't that aliens came. The biggest mystery is that the message they give us becomes more and more real every day. They warned us against technology. And today, we are watching this story on the screens of that technology. I'm Onyx Able. We're closing the Ariel file, but the sky. The sky is still there and watching us. See you in the next mystery.